Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is PES 2018 to Become Legend mode, and we're playing for England in this video, which is surprising enough. I'll also have a roundup of the season so far, not just my league but all the other leagues as well, and maybe a few surprises coming up. So yeah, this is also another summary up video, but I can't do live videos right now because of issues outside of, well, recording sessions. I have to do this quickly so I don't cause people some grief and aggro. But we had a good start to the game against Croatia as we tried to take the lead. Oxlade-Chamberlain crossed us in the middle at one point or another. Oh no, he didn't, it wasn't him. But I got to the end of his header and I put the ball wide. But then Croatia had a chance at the other end. Mandzukic was being a pain in the arse and Rog falls the magnificent save of Butland. But then we found ourselves going up to the other end again, and again I caused problems. This time the keeper was forced to make a decent save as I went for a diving header. However, Croatia went up the other end themselves and then had a chance as well. Mandzukic with a great chance which forced Butland to tip the ball over the bar. But we weren't able to stay level for long. Croatia were able to get a goal thanks to this move, which I still feel was a bit lucky. Mandzukic didn't do very well. Brozovic finds Perisic, he finds Milik, and Rog, who had a chance earlier, now scores with a header. So, disappointing for our point of view, but at the same time, Croatia had probably deserved to have this goal lead. So, yeah, they had the more chances, they had the better chances as well, and they have been good so far, which is always a nice sign for them. Just a shame for us that we haven't got a goal in any matches I played for England so far. However, that didn't change the fact that we were trying to get a goal. I had the best chance for England in this match at one point or another in this move, and this ball was great, but should I have taken it on later or should I have waited, or should I have gone for it earlier? I don't know. But that was the best chance we had, and possibly the only chance I could have really had to make an impact here, because Croatia were able to get a 1-0 win in this match despite our best efforts. And it was condemned, well, my day was compounded when that happened at the end of the game to ensure that we didn't get something going at the end of the match. But yeah, they had the same amount of chances as us, but only they had more shots on target than we did. So the shot that I had at the end, our best chance, probably would have gone over anyway. So that's something to say at least. But then we had a home game again for England in the second and last match of this video, and different team, different players. It's a nice sign to say the least. But we had a game against Spain now, and Spain, as you well know, are a decent team who will cause us problems on the best of days. It's just a matter of trying to keep them out at this stage, isn't it? And having to keep them out was something we were forced to do. Gaia was on the ball at this point. He caused problems, but then we just give the ball away after this moment here, and Saul gets it back. Here's Morata, he finds Suso, who skies it. Best chance of the game so far. And we never really got going in this match, so I'm almost grateful that we did as well as we did to get anything out of it. Still, Lafayette had 2 bites at the cherry though. First shot was blocked, then we get the ball away unnecessarily again. Isco finds Delfeo, who again misses the target. And again we were finding chances to be, well, limited on our end, but Spain had no problems themselves. Suso forcing a good save at Butland, and we were fortunate to be level at this stage in time. And then Morata decided to go for here, and again Butland denied. And that was half time at the end, and we found ourselves, well, trying to survive in this match. And Spain, being Spain, you'd expect them to be dominant, you'd expect them to be really good, and they were again. Suso on the ball here, finds Morata. He goes out wide to Nacho, finds Morata, finds Isco, finds Suso, save from the keeper. We're struggling to stay in this match. It's only because of the goalkeeper that we are even in this match at all here. And Morata doesn't get to that. But we do try, and, well, we don't have really any shots to really speak of in this match, quite frankly. That's how bad we were in this match, and that's how surprised I was that we weren't behind here. And honestly, I think the fact we got away with a point is enough to say the least. But Gaia keeps that in, plays it into Iniesta, and we get the ball back, and no draw. Survived to get a draw against Spain, who were by far the better team in this match. We should have lost this match, and I bloody well know it as well. And we had 2 chances, but they weren't shown because they weren't really good chances, and we were not that good. Butler was the man of the match because of his outstanding keeping, understandably so. I still got a 6.0 rating for both matches, so doing something right. But now we're looking at all the competitions in Europe and World Cup. And the FIFA Club World Cup was won by Paris Saint-Germain, unsurprisingly, considering they were the team to beat. In the Champions League, we found ourselves looking at Barcelona winning an extra time against Roma. Roma again, surprising a lot of people. Paris Saint-Germain were beaten by Barcelona, and Roma beat Man United. So we're unfortunate to have lost to the team that ended up winning the title. And Napoli won the Europa League by 4 goals against Monaco. A shock result as far as I'm concerned, by the sheer scoreline. And Paris Saint-Germain beat Man City in UEFA Super Cup. But then went to England, and this happened. I couldn't stop myself from laughing when I saw this initially, because Tottenham was a team I turned down in January, not wanting to join them, and yet they go ahead and win the Premier League. So hey, they lost Harry Kane, they still win the league. And Harry Kane's at Chelsea, in case you're wondering. The teams that went down were Burnley, Aston Villa and Sheffield Wednesday. Wolves managed to survive in their first season in the Premier League this time around, so it's interesting to see what's going to happen here. But Wolves haven't got a bad team at all, so I'd expect them to survive and actually do well. In the FA Cup, we found ourselves looking at Chelsea winning the FA Cup, beating Man City in the final, meaning that City had lost in 2 finals this season. And in the Championship, we saw Newcastle get promoted automatically straight back up, with Sunderland going up with them, losing the title by 14 points, and the teams that would have been bottom or relegated were Nottingham Forest, Millwall and Bolton. Not the best of signs for those teams. And the team that won the playoff final was actually Fulham, so Huddersfield and Brighton don't go back up in their first season. And in the Community Shield, we saw Chelsea win on penalties. In Italy, Serie A was won by Napoli by a single point ahead of Juventus, so Juventus, who scored 83 goals, didn't get the title. I don't know who the teams that were relegated were though, so that's a problem that I don't know how to fix. The Tim Cup was won by Inter Milan, or the Italian Cup. Serie B, I'm not sure if I really want to show this, but yeah. Top 3 teams have managed to do well, getting 93 points each. Crotone, Sampdoria, and another team. But there's a little surprise that caught me off guard. Italian playoff was not actually taking place. Benevento Calgary actually went up automatically because they went ahead and got so many more points. Because there's 10 points difference between 3rd and 4th. There's no playoff. I didn't know this was a rule that existed, but it's looking interesting. Wonder if that can be applied elsewhere. But the Supercoppa Italia Anna was won by Roma. La Liga was won by Real Madrid by 8 points. And it's interesting to see that Barcelona, Atletico Madrid and Villarreal were in the Champions League. Bilbao, Sevilla and Valencia in the Europa League. Deportivo La Coruña went down along with 2 teams who I couldn't tell you who they were, so that's annoying. The Copa del Rey was won by Real Madrid. They've done a Lincoln Cup double. They won 4-0 against Barcelona in the end, but Barcelona won the Champions League, so I'm not sure who is laughing at who at this stage. I really don't. The second tier of its Spanish football saw Getafe and Girona go up promoted in the end. Levante went up as well for the playoffs. And Supercopa de Español saw Real Madrid beat Atletico Madrid in the end to win the title. France, no one's surprise, saw Paris Saint-Germain win the title. Marseille, Monaco, 2nd, 3rd. And yeah, it's looking good for them. The Coupe de France saw Monaco win the cup in the end. Paris Saint-Germain didn't even get through to the final. They were knocked down to the semi-final. And the Ligue 2 saw Amiens and Troyes get promoted automatically. And the Trophy des Champions saw Paris Saint-Germain beat Marseille by goals to 0. Good for them. They should have no trouble at all today. I'm going to look at the Dutch leagues again, even though we've already seen it. We were third place. PSV won by 22 points ahead of us, but they were actually 17 points clear of Feyenoord. My former team were finished bottom 2, which we would have seen in relegation in real life. We won the Dutch Cup by a single goal against Willem II, so that's a good sign for us. And the Johan Cruyff Shield, which we would take apart next year, was won by PSV Eindhoven, beating Willem II in the final there. And in Portugal, Liga Premier, well, Benfica destroyed the league. 24 points clear of Sporting Lisbon, who were a point clear of Porto, who are in the Champions League. And it looks quite dominant, it has to be said, how well Benfica did in that league. But Attack de Portugal was won in the end by Porto, 4-0 winners of the Sporting Lisbon, much surprise, and the Super Attack de Portugal was won by Porto as well. They beat Benfica in the final of that, so at least they can claim they won something this season, I suppose. Good for them. But anyway, these are my stats at the end of Season 2. 24 goals and 46 matches with 8 assists as well. My ratings are going up. I'm only 81 rated still. I say only, but my stats are looking decent, and I have a good chance of getting into the 90s if things go well. I've got 39 goals and 10 assists in my career so far, and I played over 70 times, so that's nice. 10 games to England, no goals. Disappointing that, isn't it? I wonder if I can do better in the future, huh? I need to do better because I'm disappointed so far myself. But anyway, I'm actually going to end this video here. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will actually like and share this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel. It really does help me a lot. And follow me on social media and Twitter and Twitch as well if you want to. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.